Hey everyone, 2025 is just a day away, but I didn't want it to end without at least making some kind of video for 2024. I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of games that I really enjoyed this year. I really only plan on playing maybe 1 or 2 games this year, and I ended up playing a lot more, so I really want to talk about it. Starting off, I was very surprised. Shout out to my friend Linkachu and Rox. They introduced me to a game called web fishing. I am a sucker for a couple things in video games. I'm a sucker for fishing mini games. I'm a sucker for camping, having your own place, whether it's a house or you set up tents, whatever it may be. And I'm also a sucker sometimes, depending on the game, for like romance. So all those like life simulator stuff I'm a big fan of. Web fishing caught me by surprise. It's so much fun. You get your little Animal Crossing-ish like animal character. I was this like dog character. And you just go fishing and you sell your fish for currency that you will use for upgrades either on your fishing tools or cosmetics, even like little props that you can put, such as like campfires. So yeah, I have a lot of fun putting up a campfire and a picnic blanket with some beers and going fishing. Yes, that's correct. You can drink beer. This game it looks like the target audience is more for mature audience. There's a lot of references to, you know, just adults. Like drinking beer while you're fishing. This game was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's very cute. It's a game that helps you pass the time and it's chill. You can log in whenever, and I really enjoyed it. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This game surprised me. I really love the game mechanics where you get to copy and paste everything. I think it was really cool. Like if you slay a bokoblin and you copy the bokoblin, you can have an army, and so those are my favorite. The ones that are like 1 star, so you can summon a whole bunch of them, and just, you know, it's really fun. I think this game really explores creativity, which is something I was really looking for in the game. You can go ahead and like, I've seen people solve the same puzzle multiple different ways. Like sometimes I would overthink a puzzle and I would use all these different resources from all my copy abilities, but then some people were like, oh, all you gotta do is this. I'm like, oh, oops. So, but I think that's pretty cool. The game I definitely would recommend. It's actually one of my games of the year, as you can see. I'm talking about it, and it was the game I was really rooting for at the Game Awards, but unfortunately I felt like it just was underrepresented. I think a lot of people really missed out on this game. This game definitely was overlooked. I've seen a couple people like on the Nintendo communities really playing this, but overall, I don't know anybody else that played it besides like maybe some of my hardcore Nintendo fans. So definitely I recommend that game. Marvel Rivals. If anybody has been going crazy on this game, they absolutely understand. If you have the chance to play Marvel Rivals, I strongly recommend it. I am a veteran Overwatch player. Overwatch 1, I was huge on that. I got all the trophies and got the Platinum Trophy on the PlayStation. Overwatch was one of my huge games for years. Absolutely love that game. Marvel Rivals scratches that itch beyond what I could imagine. I love playing, 1, with my friends, and 2, I love playing with all these characters. This game has fun with the Marvel characters. It's not just an MCU copy like we've seen like the Avengers game we got. You know, this is a breath of fresh air where they just have a lot of fun with these characters. The dialogue that they have between each other is really fun. A lot of the abilities. I think this is one of those games where almost every character is great, and every character has their own little broken ability, which is so much fun to exploit. I'm really big on playing Mantis and Thor, but I have been testing out Hawkeye, and you know what? Those headshots, as OP as they may be, sometimes that's what we need to turn the game around. This game, I also got the Platinum Trophy for this game about 2.5 weeks after starting it, so that's like a record for me. Me and my buddies, we've been going crazy on this game, having so much fun. It's something that I'm just really enjoying, and I cannot wait for the DLC. And that's another thing, the downloadable content has been really fair. The battle pass is only about $5, but you get a bunch of new skins that are really cool, and there's a decent amount of challenges for you to get currency, in-game currency, for you to unlock other stuff. Like I got a Venom skin just by playing the game and unlocking some of its currency. If you have not picked up Rivals, strongly recommend it. Unfortunately, it's not on PS4, it's not on Switch, so maybe they will add it, but as far as I know right now, it's just on the modern consoles right now. Another game that surprised me, a game that I thought I would never pick up, because I always joke around about how this game is just so overdone and so redundant that I would never pick up another title again. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Yes, number 2. And why would that be above Marvel Rivals? Because right now Marvel Rivals should be way close to my game of the year. Black Ops 6 came at just such a unique time. I wasn't playing anything. I got on Black Ops, and it's been so much fun. Yes, it's toxic. Yes, it's crazy and over the top and violent, but like, oh my gosh, maybe I just needed to let that out. Maybe I needed to get kill streaks and curse people out on the game. Like, maybe I needed that because, you know, stages of grief. I'm going through massive grief, as some people might know, and maybe that's what I needed. I was really into that community, just grinding out camels, grinding out camos, and doing the zombie stories was a lot of fun. Me and my friend, we spent so many hours trying to do the stories, the zombie stories, and we failed on one of them. And shout out to my good friend Lazified who was carrying us, but unfortunately the final boss was just that much stronger, and we didn't finish that game. But one time, on multiple occasions, I didn't sleep for the day because I was so addicted to playing Black Ops, because I wanted to grind the camos, I wanted to level up my stuff, I wanted to unlock skins that you get from prestiging. Like, I was working really hard on that. Black Ops 6, 100%, I just had so much fun with it. The hostage ability is something else. The way you're able to just take a hostage, and people got really goofy with that. Never fails to make me laugh. I really enjoyed that game. Alright, before we hop on to number 1, I want to talk about some honorable mentions. Death Note: Killer Within. This surprisingly has a toxic fan base or toxic community, so maybe it's not the best game to download and then hop on and play with randoms. You're gonna need a lot, and a lot of players. And the fortunate part is, even with a big group like N10 for me, we would have nights where all of us would try to come on, but I mean, once it gets down to like 6 players, it's impossible. Like, you really need a lot of players. Having just 6 players was still incredibly difficult, because we would find little loopholes on how to eliminate a team, like by turn 1, because of a small group of 6. So it's gonna be a little tough, and that's why it's not on my top. I think that game died really quick for us, but overall, very fun game. I really loved. It's like Among Us, but so much better. You really get to strategize, because unlike Among Us, where you have to kill physically, like in person, right next to your enemy, using the Death Note, as long as you swipe IDs, you can kill somebody from far away. So it's really interesting. A Plague's Tale: Innocence. This game was something I've been wanting to play since I've seen it. I think I saw the sequel in the Game Awards, and they would show trailers about the rat game and how rats were a plague and killing everybody. So I've always wanted to play this, and shout out to PS Plus for giving us this game for free. I was able to play it, and oh my goodness, that game is a lot of fun. Very creepy. We got a game like in the Dark Ages, and the way you are putting together alchemy to create maybe like powders to put people to sleep. You use your sling to kind of break somebody's lamp, and then the rats go and attack them because now it's dark. Like, such a fun mechanic, and I don't know, that game, I didn't beat it. I'm towards the end, I believe, but that game is so much fun. Kind of like a Last of Us type of story. It's very linear. You just go from like point A to point B while solving puzzles and trying to get around certain enemies. And then eventually there's more story, and you know, and you get to the next chapter. It's kind of like, it's very much like Last of Us. And so if you like A Last of Us, I think you'll like A Plague's Tale. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Oh my goodness, this game. I have 50 hours into this game. Unfortunately, Mario and Luigi is not too far from the IGN rating of 5. I do have a full review coming out for Mario and Luigi. Very charming, amazing animations. The graphics are incredible, and the gameplay, combat-wise, is a lot of fun. The Mario Bros. Moves make a return, and some of them are even from previous games. The characters are unique, they're fun, but overall the game is filled with filler, and it drags. It has horrible pacing issues, and it just really drags, and it lacks excitement factors. Like, there's just a massive lack of excitement that makes you, I guess, glued to the game, is how I put it. And while there are some parts of the story that are really incredible and engaging, and I wish everyone could witness some of the parts of the story in this game, the sad fact is even the people who did buy this game most likely will not see the ending, because most people are not going to beat a game this long that drags this much. So that's quite unfortunate. I know Nintendo wants like a longer RPG game where we spend a lot of time with this. I understand that they don't want us to just beat the game quickly and then be like, oh, that's it. But at the same time, you gotta fill it with some good filler, not what this was. The pacing of this almost feels like sometimes it was punishing the player for playing the game. This is a game, once again, like most of the games on this list, caught me by surprise. I did not think I was gonna be into this. Helldivers 2. Now, Helldivers 2 was my first game this year where I was massively addicted to it. And it's been a while since I was that addicted to a game. I could not, again, like I've mentioned before, like sometimes I would not sleep at all. No sleep. I would just keep playing throughout the night. I really enjoyed just grinding out the levels and unlocking new weapons, and just like in Starship Troopers, like it's just over-the-top violence. But man, when you clutch a game, you feel amazing. When you use your arsenal to rescue your team and to take out all the bugs or all the robots, it is the best feeling in the world. And I think that's why this game is my game of the year, because there was so many moments where I worked so hard and eventually I got so good at the game that I was leading other teams. And I think that's something that is amazing to me with this game, is because I tend to be support or tank. I like to be a support character. Even in real life, it's really hard for me to take leadership positions because I don't know, I get shy and I just kind of like let someone else lead. But sometimes I do have my moments where I want to take that leadership position. And Helldivers 2 really brought that out of me, where I felt confident to be a leader in the game, to lead a squad to victory, go into lobbies where there was low-level players and me helping them out, getting them all the things that they needed, teaching people how to play the game. I don't know, I just really enjoyed that. I felt like somebody in this world. I don't know, just a really good experience. It's always fun to experience something like that where you get to be this player that can go back and like help other players, and people will look at you and be like, wow, he's high level, he's really good at this game. That made me feel really good. If I was really role-playing in this game of being this like courageous helldiver and bringing back to my community. So, and that's my list for 2024. For 2025, I'm really excited for games like Metroid Prime 4, Monster Hunter Wilds, and Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm really excited for that. Let me know down below what are your top games of 2024. I would love to hear your thoughts on all the different games you guys are playing. Leave me down your own little mini reviews of what you're playing. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.